Hi friends! Today I'm going to be doing a Sephora haul for the first time this year and probably most likely the last time this year. So Sephora's doing their like spring discount thing right now where I believe VIB Rouge was a week ago. I'm not VIB Rouge anymore. It's the first time in like years that I'm not VIB Rouge. I'm actually really happy that I'm not because that shows I'm buying less stuff I don't need. And then they had the VIB one this week, and then I believe they do the Beauty Insider one next week maybe. So I wanted to take this opportunity to pick up some things that I have had in my cart in Sephora for a really long time, but just have not bought because I really was waiting for a sale or, you know, just trying to talk myself into it, I guess. It's not a lot of stuff. There's only one product that can be even considered makeup. Yeah, these are things that I've just had in my cart and just have been waiting to get, so let me show ya. The first thing, the real thing that's been in my cart for the longest time is Olaplex number 3, which is the hair perfector. So Olaplex, if you don't know, is this treatment that you can get if you go to a salon, you get your hair dyed, or especially if you get your hair bleached, and they mix it into the bleach or the hair dye, and it helps to keep the what's the word I'm looking for? Integrity, that's the word. It helps to keep the integrity of your hair so that the bleach or anything that can damage it just doesn't damage it as much. So it helps to keep your hair strong and in nice condition. Olaplex number 3 is the at-home, I don't want to say version, but it's what you can get to keep your hair nice until the next time you get an Olaplex treatment at the salon. This is something that I have had before and that I used, and since I started doing my hair curly, I kept noticing that people recommended using Olaplex number 3 and just how well it worked with their hair and how much of a difference they could tell with just the elasticity, the bounce that their curls had after they did an Olaplex treatment at home. So when I had, a couple of months ago, I had a little bit left of the one that I had and I used it, and the difference immediately after I used it was night and day, just in how nice and how much volume and just like bounce that my curls had. I really felt like they were less stretched out and that they just had a lot of zhuzh, va-voom, you know what I'm talking about? So I definitely wanted to pick that up. This is like, I believe it was $28 and it has really been in my cart for a really long time. But it's just, I really like the way that it affects my curls when I do use it. So you don't use it very often. This is like a maybe once a month, maybe even like once every 6 weeks, but it just really helps with curls. And it's not just for curls. If you have damaged hair in general, it's something that can be really helpful, but I just loved the way that it helped my curls out, helped give them a little zhuzh. Another thing, this is not related to this at all, but if you're doing curly hair, I've seen so much stuff about rice water rinses, and I want to kind of do a video on that because that blew my mind. And all it is that you make rice just in too much water, basically, and then you strain it, you keep the water, and then you rinse the water through your hair. Leave it in for like 5-10 minutes, rinse it out, do a deep conditioner that's just moisture, and then the difference with that is crazy. But that's a totally different video. The other thing I got from Olaplex is the Olaplex number 6 Bond Smoother. This is the newest thing that Olaplex has. They came out with a shampoo conditioner, but this is a leave-in styling cream. Haven't tried it yet. It has really, really good reviews on the Sephora website, and it's just something that totally grabbed my attention. I didn't even check. Oh, of course. Oh, this is like my life. So with the curly girl method with curly hair, you're not really supposed to have silicone. So that's like the number one thing. And I'm an idiot because I didn't look at the I didn't look at the ingredients before I got this, and literally the second ingredient is silicone. So that is lame-o. So, okay, well, returning the Olaplex number 6 Bond Smoother because that's not going to work for my hair. Boo! Why does everything have to have stupid butt ingredients? I should have known, though, because it talks about being a smoother, and pretty much everything that it says it's a smoother means it's going to coat your hair, and 90%, I'll say 90% of the time, it seems like it has silicone in it because silicone is going to give that slip, that smooth. So that sucks. So I have to return that because I'm not going to keep it. The other thing that was in my cart for a really long time is from The Ordinary, and it is the niacinamide 10% plus zinc 1%. This is something that I was recommended by you guys, actually. I was talking about an issue I was having with acne. I've been breaking out a lot on like my jawline, which has been really annoying because for a couple reasons. The first is that most of the time it's those under the skin cystic acne, which just hurts and is a bitch and just annoying. And two, because I am a just really bad face picker when it comes to that stuff, and I have this like piece of my brain that's like, maybe this time it'll be different and it won't scar and bleed like every other fucking time you've done this. And so I end up with just these giant, just awful marks in my face. So pretty much I just don't want to have any acne. Well, I mean, like that's kind of a normal thing, right? That's how everybody feels. But the niacinamide is actually something that I found works really well for me. It works better than benzoyl peroxide, salicylic acid, any of those. I definitely have things that I use with that, but the niacinamide, yes, I'm making sure I'm saying that right. At least I think I am. Works really well. And the ordinary stuff is just so inexpensive that I think that this was like maybe $6. I just love trying all of their stuff because it works really well. And it's inexpensive. And inexpensive skincare that works really well, yes, please. The other thing I got, ooh, I'm so excited to try this out. So I got the Laneige Lip Glowy Balm. This is the one makeup item I got. The reason I got this is because I absolutely live, breathe, and die. I'm obsessed with the Laneige sleeping mask. I have all these like mini ones. I don't only use these at night. This is pretty much the only lip product that I use because it actually will make my lips not dried out and gross, and it feels super smooth. It's not sticky, but it's thick enough that it stays on all night, which that never happens. And then I have like the little mini ones, and I use them during the day because I am a rebel, apparently. But they have these new glowy lip balm, which is supposed to be the day version of the sleeping mask. This one is the berry one. Ooh, so it has a little bit of tint. Let's see. The scent is way stronger, and it has a little bit of color. Way stronger for the day one for this lip glowy balm. It's definitely a little bit thicker. It has more of that like glossy feel. It looks glossier. I mean, you can tell it looks glossier because I had the sleeping mask on before. So it has less of like a waxy kind of look and more of a definite glowy balm, which is what it's going for. It has a little bit of like a taste to it too, like that berry taste. I think they have other flavors and colors too. But it's pretty. And it feels a little like if the sleeping mask is maybe like a 0 stick, this one's maybe a 1 out of 10. So it's just a tiny bit. It's not anything gooey or gross. But it's really pretty. Ooh, ooh, I like that. The last thing that I got, oh my gosh, okay, this was the big purchase. This monster. This is the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Deep Conditioner Mask. Taking like a leap of faith with this one because I'd never used it, and here I am buying this Gigantor 32 ounce mega ultra gigantic deep conditioner thing instead of buying the smaller one. The reason that I decided to get the giant one is because I've heard such great things about this particular deep conditioner when it comes to curly hair, because it has protein in it. It has rice aminos, which I was just telling you guys about the rice water rinse. So it has that kind of protein building rice aspect to it, which I already know works really well for my hair. And it's also moisturizing. So it's like a 2-in-1. It's supposed to be really, really nice. It has no sulfate, silicones, has none of the stuff I don't want. And what I started to just do with my curly hair routine, when Ulta had their 20% off sale a couple of weeks ago, I just bit the bullet and got the huge liter bottles of shampoo, conditioner, and then their micellar water Buildup cleanser, because with curly hair, with the no silicone, no sulfates, your hair can end up getting a little bit of product buildup, easier than if you were using sulfate stuff. So once a month, I'll use something to break up the buildup on my head, and so I just got the giant thing of the micellar water. So because I have everything huge in those, I wanted to get a gigantic deep conditioner so then I don't have to worry about buying these over and over. While I've been really low buy this year as far as makeup goes, I've definitely spent a good amount of money trying out all this curly girl stuff. And the reason being is because it's something new, fresh, exciting, and I really want to see what would work for my hair, yada, yada, yada. I could make excuses all day. But if I get this, then I'm done buying anything because I have so much styling stuff. So now I have the shower basics covered. Don't have to worry about those anymore. This was so expensive. This was $115. My reasoning behind getting this one was because of the 15% off, which took off $16 of it, which doesn't even sound like that much when I say out loud. And then I was able to use some Ebates cash that I had. Ebates has this thing now where you can get gift cards instead of cash, and you get extra cash on that. So I had $50 Ebates money, and then I was able to get, I think, $55 if I just got a Sephora gift card, knowing I was already purchasing from Sephora this week, so it actually worked out for me. And then, of course, using Ebates on top of that, so then you get extra cash back. That helped me to justify this because I just wanted to have a really good deep conditioner and have that last for quite a long time, because that is huge. I love the fact that it has the pump, because most deep conditioners come in a tub where you have to kind of scoop it out, and I always end up using way more than I need just because I don't know. Every time I use deep conditioners, I feel like I'm using half of the freaking bottle. That was the main thing. And so really, I mean, I even looked through Sephora and I looked at all the new arrivals and things like that, and nothing really has grabbed my eye. And the only thing, even now thinking about it, the only thing I can think of makeup wise that's coming out at Sephora that I'm interested in is the Fenty eyeliners, those kind of bright pastels that are coming out, because those just look really cool. Other than that, I don't know. That's my Sephora haul. If you picked up anything, let me know. I'm super curious as to what you got. I'm super bummed about the Olaplex. I've been trying to be better about checking ingredients, but I guess I just assumed Olaplex was not going to have that. But anything that has smooth, now I know, anything that has smooth, smoother, anti-frizz, that always generally is going to mean that there's silicones in it. So that's about it. As always, I love hearing what you guys may have picked up from Sephora or Ulta, either one, any new stuff that you've got. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.